Oh, it's lit. No, actually, no, it's not. It's lit in here. No, it's not. I said it's lit. What up, folks? I'm Jacques Slade. Welcome to Today in Sneaks and what I believe to be the start of a very interesting week of sneaker news. Let's kick things off with a retro from one of the biggest personalities in basketball, or formerly in basketball, Shaquille O'Neal. As most of you know, Shaq was a monster on the court during his day, and the shoes that he happened to rock for one of those years is the Shaq Attack. Seen here in the most popular colorway, the OG, the shoe is set to return this Friday. These are from when Reebok Pump was the hottest technology around and featured that pump on the tongue and that Shaq Dunkman logo as well. Crazy to think that it was 25 years ago when he rocked these. These will hit you for $160 when they drop on Saturday. If you're a Nike basketball fan, the team put together some shoe colorways of their most popular models to help celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day. The silhouettes include the LeBron 14, KD 9, Kyrie 3, PG 1, Kobe AD, Soldier 10, the Hyperdunk, the Audacity, the Zoom Rev, and the Zoom Live. Each pair has been totally blacked out from the toe to the heel, including the laces and the midsole. In the press release, Nike said the collection was in celebration of the principles of equality and service that MLK stood for. Now, for the news you probably don't want to hear, these colorways will not be releasing to the public. Nike Basketball created these specifically for the athletes as player exclusive, but I also heard that Nike has a whole Black History Month collection coming later on in February. Though the price on most sneakers seem to be going down just a bit, there are certain sneakers that still require a premium for you to rock them. For most folks, that involves sneakers like the Air Jordan Pinnacle line. However, if you're a runner, that might have you thinking about the New Balance 990. Officially, the shoe is the New Balance M990 BTA2, and I'll be honest, I have no idea what those numbers mean. The sneaker is made of premium Horween leather in dark red and burgundy, which looks great, and it contrasts as well off of that white midsole. Adding a bit of pop, New Balance included some silver detailing, which looks nice as well. As far as prices goes, these will cost you $340, which isn't too crazy, but definitely more than your average running sneaker. You can grab these right now over at Concepts. If you like the MLK Day kicks from Nike Basketball, chances are you'll also like the kicks from Jordan Brand. Created for their roster of athletes, Jordan decked out the Jordan 31, the CP310, the Extra Fly M13, and the Superfly 5 PO in all black to celebrate the day. From the outsole to the liner, the player exclusive kicks are all black and were created in celebration of the principles of equality and service that MLK stood for that continues to inspire many of us today. Like the Nike basketball pairs, you will not be able to pick these up as they were only made for the players. However, no need to worry, as again, the proper Black History Month collection is slated to drop in February. Ultra Boost, you've probably heard of. NMD, you've probably heard of. But what about Pure Boost? While Pure Boost isn't something new, it hasn't quite caught on like the other two names that I mentioned. According to Adidas, the Pure Boost features an 8mm heel lift and progressive sculpting of the Boost midsole with a wider forefront for optimum support when navigating turns. From what I can tell, the Pure Boost is geared more towards those that like to run in the city, and that new knitted upper suggests that Adidas is also looking to keep these on your feet after you run. If you really want to get down to the brass tacks, the Pure Boost are one of the more affordable ways to get into the Boost ecosystem, costing only $140. You can look for a pair to drop on the 18th, another on the 25th, and even more on February 1st. Alright guys, as a reminder, don't forget to turn on your notifications for this channel. YouTube is changing things up, and this is one of the ways to make sure that my videos pop up in your feed. Okay, on the last episode of the show, the question of the day was, what is your favorite Boost sneaker besides Ultra Boost and the NMD? This is what Luis Giron had to say. My favorite pair of shoes with Boost in it is the original Adidas Pure Boost that released back in 2014. In case you haven't seen those before, this is what the 2014 Pure Boost looks like. A lot more basic than the pairs I talked about today, but still nice. Make sure you stay tuned to the end for a few more of your responses. I knew you guys were going to pick some of these shoes. Also, I'll show you what I'm actually rocking today. For today's question of the video, and as just a quick reminder, make sure you use the hashtag QOTD in the comments if you want to submit a question for the show. It comes from the New Age Entertainment. For question of the day, if there was no Nike, Reebok, Adidas, and Jordan, which brand would you choose? My first thought is to go with Under Armour. They have basketball shoes and they're getting a lot better with their sportswear type sneakers, and I know the hype for them has kind of died down a bit, but they are still pretty dope in my opinion. So that's what I would rock. Let me know which shoes or which brand you would pick down in the comments below. Looks like that's it for today. Make sure you stick around for a bit more after all of this stuff and turn on your notifications if you like what you see. I am Jacques Slade. This is Today in Sneaks, and as always, I appreciate you. I'll see you soon. Peace. All right, guys, here are a few of your responses for those that stuck around to the end of the last video. First one comes from Manuel Goncalves. I'm actually thinking about picking up the Adidas Bosinitas, I think that's how you say it, Pure Boost. Perfect pair of boost beaters, especially if you skate. That's a really good choice. Those look really dope. You guys have to look them up if you haven't already. The next one comes from David King. The Adidas Crazy Explosive. This shoe should be called the Ultra Boosted basketball shoe. It's what every basketballer was missing in the D Rose series or any other Boost basketball series. You know what? I agree with that 100%. That is probably the shoe I have played in the most over the last 6 months. And finally, we have one from Nate Depew. I have a pair of Rocket Boost. Very comfortable, great for the gym. Now, for those of you that don't know what the Rocket Boost is, because I didn't remember what it is, I had to look it up, and it's actually this shoe that you see right here on the screen, and I think they're just a soccer takedown. Great choices, you guys. And for those of you that stuck around to the end of the last video, I heard Almond Joy, Mr. Goodbar, and a few others, but Butterfinger and Snickers were definitely the winners, and I can appreciate that. As for what I'm rocking today, it is this shoe. This is the Adidas Pharrell collab, part of the Human Race collection for the Stan Smith mid. These don't get a lot of burn, but I thought these are super dope, and that's why I was rocking them today. Okay, for those of you that stuck around this long, leave a comment below with your best and worst subjects in school. For me, it was history and English, but I won't tell you which is which. All right, y'all. Y'all take it easy. Peace.